Hi guys, welcome to Beautify and Creatify, and let's get it started. I'm starting with applying primer. The one that I chose here is Color Corrective Primer Stick by Tarte Cosmetics that has built-in corrective shades to even out the skin tone. And I'm using my fingers to work the product into the skin and fill in any uneven surfaces or pores. Then, I proceeded to apply foundation using stippling brush. When applying foundation, it is best to press the product into the skin again as opposed to sliding the brush around. It helps to build a flawless base as well as make the foundation last a lot longer. Another tip is work on small sections at a time. Perfect the coverage on one part of the face and then grab some more product and cover other sections. This will make the process of blending foundation into the skin a lot easier. Now, I'm moving on to contouring and highlighting the face. Since this look is inspired by editorial cover makeup, I'm going to layer the products to create flawless base. I'm highlighting the parts of the face that I want to bring forward, which are under the eyes, bridge of the nose, center of the forehead, cupid's bow, and chin. I'm also going to highlight right under the cheekbones to accentuate the contour that I'm going to apply next. So I'm contouring around the forehead, hollows of the cheek, and also since my model's bone structure around jawline is a little more prominent than Cara Delevingne's, I'm going to contour jawline in a triangular shape to make the face appear rounder. So you can contour all the features that you want to make appear smaller according to your own facial shape. I'm also going to contour the bridge of the nose by drawing two straight lines on both sides of the highlight and define its tip. Also, I contoured the center of the cupid's bow and under the lips. Now it's time to blend. I personally like to use relatively smaller brushes to blend since I feel like I have more control when blending the colors. I start with highlighted areas and slowly move on to blend the contoured parts. When blending highlighted areas, I usually press the product into the skin by patting motions, but when it comes to contour, I use different movements depending on the placement. As you can see from the video, I used circular motions to blend the forehead area and also drag the product towards the center. As for the cheekbones, I'm going to use the upward motion to keep the contour sharp and defined. I blended the jawline downwards, kind of mixing both contour and highlight to smooth the borders and make it appear more natural. When blending the nose, make sure that you don't drag the contour on the sides too much. Instead, just focus on smoothing the lines and making the edges disappear. You can always use your fingers to help with the process. Now, using clean makeup sponge, I'm going to go over the entire face using patting motions to blot any excess product. Then, taking my translucent powder, I'm heavily setting the under eye area and below the cheekbone contour, and I'm going to leave it while I do the eyes. This is called the baking technique, which really helps to achieve bright and creaseless under eye area. Before doing eyes, I like to fill in the brows, which are the frame of the face. Since Cara's brows are thick, I'm going to draw brows thicker and use small strokes in the direction of a hair growth to make them look more natural. You can see the comparison of before on the left and after on the right. I'm going to brush through the brows to soften up the color and do the same on the other side. To clean up the brows, I'm going to use eye primer, which I'm applying on both upper and lower lids. You can totally use concealer to define brows, it's up to you, but here I decided to save some time and use primer instead of concealer. Next, I'm going to take matte light beige eyeshadow and applying it under the brows using blending brush. Then, using matte brown shadow, I'm going to define the crease area and blend the product as I apply. I prefer building up shadows by layers. This helps to blend the shadows easier and create desired depth of the color. Try it, it is a good technique. Next, I'm going to use small pencil brush and gray eyeshadow and outline outer corner of the lid in a V shape. Again, you can always go back and grab more product. It is easier to darken the color than trying to lighten it up. I'm going to use my blending brush to help transition the colors. When applying darker shades, I like to use relatively small brushes, which, as I said earlier, allow me to have more control in application. Now, using the flat brush, I'm going to pat dark olive shade on the lid. We couldn't really see the actual color on the cover photo, so we just decided to go with dark olive shade because it's fall and it's seasonal. Also, I'm applying some white shimmer in tear ducts to brighten up the look. The next step is eyeliner. Create a winged liner by first mapping the outer wing and then connecting it with a line towards the center of the lid. Then connect the inner half and fill in the wing. I also dragged liner down on the lower lash line and smudged it out a little bit. After that, I'm going to use black eyeshadow to accentuate outer corner of the eyes, and I'm going to slide the product towards the crease for a smooth transition. I also used little black on the lower lash line and smudged it with light brown. Time for falsies! I curled the natural lashes first, and then once the glue was tacky, I placed the false lashes in the center of the lid and secured the edges. Then I applied mascara on the lower lashes and pressed the top lashes and falsies together as I applied mascara on the top lashes. Eyes are done! Now I'm going to buff away all translucent powder on the face and slightly pat with Beauty Blender under the eyes. Now I'm applying the bronzer to set all the contoured areas and also adding a little bit of blush on the apples of the cheeks. Using fan brush, I'm going to apply highlight on top of the cheekbones and bridge of the nose, as well as on the cupid's bow. Here I decided to add a little more brightening powder to under eye area, then I concealed the lash band with gel liner and proceeded to apply the lipstick. Unfortunately, my footage was cut off here, but luckily the look was done. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, stay blessed!